you doing? I'm Rob Barnett, and welcome to my house of pain. So anyway, you ever have just a bad day? Well, I guarantee it's not as bad as that person's day. So anyway, this is my take on the SNOWPACOLYPE 2011, or so-called snowpocalypse, and here we go. Let's check it out. So yeah, SNOWPACOLYPE 2011. Honestly, I was pretty disappointed in it, unless you were on maybe Lakeshore Drive in Chicago.
Going off Lakeshore Drive. Check this out. That's southbound. It's on the North Avenue Bridge. Look at all these cars. And on the CCTV bus right down there. And the bridge. Northbound Lakeshore Drive at about 6:30 in the morning. Can't see a thing.
In all serious though, we did get quite a bit of snow, and really the biggest part about it was I think that you couldn't see when it was coming because of the 40 or 50 mile an hour winds. But I still drove home in it from Lake Michigan. But whatever, you know, like I said, the main highways kind of sucked, but the back roads weren't that bad. You just couldn't see, okay? And plus the wind chill factor, if you were actually out in it, ooh, man. But in all reality though, I think the media kind of blew it out of proportion. Maybe in different parts of the country it was worse, but I know, say in like the North Judson area, yeah, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was going to be. I mean, come on. I wanted a week without being able to move. No power. I mean, so what if you got a fridge full of food? You can at least set it outside, right? I mean, you got a perfect outdoor walk-out freezer, kinda. Yeah, maybe not. But, you know, I mean, if anything, if you were stranded that long, you could always eat your pets, right? So no big deal. But no, it was good. I mean, like I say, if you have a plow, okay, I'm sure it was a lot of fun.
Years ago, one boy
Or even a snowmobile, that'd be cool. And of course, the kids always love to go sledding, right? Oh! It was a great time, but I really think that the snowpocalypse was really up to the stupid panic factor for no reason, okay? People running through Walmart like freaking zombies.
You got a purty mouth.
Go swing, go swing.
Now it's time for my 3 snowpocalypse item, places you need to go, whatever, survival kit, okay? This is the places you need to visit when the snowpocalypse is coming so you can be prepared, okay? Number 1, liquor store. Who wants to be sober if they're stuck with your family for a week, okay? Seriously, gotta go to the liquor store, gotta stock up. Also, if you lose heat, you can kind of stay warm by it too, and I'm not talking about using it to start a fire. Okay, 2, Walmart. You gotta fight through all the zombified morons through Walmart to get that last loaf of bread, okay? And milk too, because God only knows if you run out of milk. Even though I'm lactose intolerant, everybody was screaming about going and buying milk. I went and bought some milk even, and I don't even drink the shit, okay? 3, the gas station. Why? Because you need cigarettes, okay? How are you going to be able to put up with your family if you're snowed in for a week, if you're having a nicotine fit? You can't, okay? Gotta have cigarettes. And also fuel. Some kind of fuel to light a kerosene heater with. Because in the end, if you run out of nothing and you have no power with no heat, well, then you might as well just set your own house on fire. That's just what goes on in my twisted brain. But that was my 3 things to survive a snowpocalypse. Places you need to visit when it's coming. Okay, another thing that Snowpocalypse brought on, of course, was an extremely higher heating bill, which did kind of suck, because following it was like sub-zero temps or near zero temps, and that was no good. And also it got me this awesome cold, which I hear everybody else is getting too. So, but either way, Snowpocalypse pretty much sucked in my book. I wasn't that impressed with it. So I don't even know why everybody even called it Snowpocalypse. You know, it was pretty much gay. Really gay. And I know a lot of you are probably going to be like, Rob, seriously, it was terrible, it was bad, I couldn't even get out of my driveway. Well, that's because you have a Ford Focus, okay? This is northern Indiana. If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It's going to change. No big deal, okay? But out here in the country, we all have jacked up four-wheel drives and stuff anyway, because we know that when the big one comes, we're going to be able to get out. And that's how it goes. And that's how I roll. I guess, you know, for a lot of people it probably was pretty bad, and that's no big deal. I mean, everybody has their own flavor, right? In the end, though, if we get another one, I'm really looking forward to it, because I really don't want to eat my pets in case I can't get out, but if I have to, I will. Other than that, that's about it. That's my take on Snowpocalypse 2011. If there's another one, I'll definitely have something to say about it. And yeah, the state of emergency, of course, made an even bigger panic, because everybody on Facebook was like, oh my God, it's a state of emergency. But you know what? It still doesn't beat the one of 1967, I believe. I think that's the big one they were talking about or whatever, where all the old timers were like, yeah, we couldn't get out for 3 months or whatever.
Good evening. Another snowstorm caught Chicago by the surprise this evening. Heavy winds are drifting some highways closed. Visibility is poor. Various reports indicate dozens of cars stalled on the expressways, and officials request emergency travel only on expressways at least until midnight. Snow removal crews are working, and part of the outer drive is closed now for snow removal. Interstate 90, US 30, and US 41 are closed in northwest Indiana.
Neighborhoods were buried. Chicago's 500 city snowplows were at times useless, with snow blown back on the street moments after being cleared.
I still think the one from back then beat Snowpocalypse 2011, unless something else comes along and takes it out. Really wasn't that much going on this week, but alright, you guys have a good week. Don't let your meat loaf. This has been My House of Pain. I'm Rob Barnett. Have a good week.
Big horse. Come here, big fella. Just gonna take a little off the top.